Io quando vedo questa roba letteralmente sbrocco.
Ok raga, buongiorno. Giornata come vedete sempre delirio totale. In questi giorni Berlino è veramente un casino grande. Sto andando all'atelier di Ritual Unions perché voglio approfondire un po' i discorsi che abbiamo fatto insieme, anche perché chi meglio di una persona che disegna gli abiti, che li pensa, che li realizza, che li vende all'interno dell'industria può rispondere a delle domande che comunque impattano tutti noi. Quando dico tutti noi ovviamente sto parlando dei colleghi o chi di voi ha ovviamente la curiosità di sapere un po' di più di questo mondo, perché ovviamente il mondo della fotografia non è fatto solo di premere un pulsante, ma è fatto anche, se siamo dentro un'industria, di conoscere che cosa gira dell'industria, quali sono i pensieri, quali sono le evoluzioni. Questa è una cosa di cui nei miei workshop parlo tantissimo. Io ho una visione molto chiara di che cosa è un fotografo oggi e anche di che cosa è un fotografo di matrimonio oggi, e non necessariamente corrisponde all'idea comune, diciamo. Quindi dal mio punto di vista ci sono tanti elementi, tanti aspetti che hanno a che fare con quella che è la professione. Questo per me è uno di quelli e è assolutamente importante. Quindi ora andiamo e parliamo un po' di quello che è il futuro di questa wedding industry. So guys, we are here at Ritual Union's atelier. For those who don't know her, she's Karin, the mind and the heart behind Ritual Unions. Like to talk about the behind of the fashion show that I share here on the channel. And I'm also curious to say and to ask you a lot of things. So what was the concept?
The concept of the collection or the concept of the show?
Whatever you like.
So the concept of the collection was to show different parts of your soul, if you will, because this was a selection of pieces from different collections. It's not all new pieces. I have a few from past collections, from the current collection, and also from the newest ready-to-wear collection. So I wanted to show a picture of the brand as in like since it exists, like as in like the from birth till now. So the concept for the show was to every model kind of represents a certain piece of my soul in that like moment of life. And sometimes life, it feels so inconsistent and so chaotic, and it doesn't make sense to you in that moment. But then when you take a break and step back and look at the total thing, like from like all these years back, somehow it makes sense, you know, and then it creates this whole scene that is like so you, and you recognize yourself, and it's like it makes so much sense, and you realize, oh my god, it's always been there. And yeah, I just wanted to like bring all these like scattered parts together into one picture.
You know what I felt looking at the whole scene? Balanced. I really had the feeling that it was perfectly balanced. And the guy in the middle, it was a kind of the middle of the, you know?
Yeah.
And it was fun to me. And when I read the name of the collection, because when we met at the restaurant and you were selling the stuff there, I was with the kids, I don't know if you remember.
Yeah.
And then I told you, looking at you right now, it looks like you are kind of rebirth.
Yeah.
And then when I saw the word there, I said, fuck.
Yeah, I mean, all my work is like so fucking personal and so like intimate. So like it always has something to do with myself, and that's how I came up with the concept for the naked man, because like your truest self kind of feels like being naked in front of everyone, you know, being exposed. And the image I wanted to show, like, it's also part of my soul. And it's not just good things and cool things and, you know, like all my achievements and like positive stuff. It's also the fears and the darkness about it, and that's also what creates this picture. And that balance, you need that contrast to create that kind of balance. Otherwise, it's boring.
Yeah, there is something about your creations that I would love to ask you and also tell you at the same time. From my point of view, that I live in Berlin, that I know the reality here, that I know also the boundaries, that I know here everything is allowed, also crazy extreme things, but the world is not Berlin, no, you know. So, example, people in Italy can maybe have different feelings about that. I did many workshops in the last month, so in different places. And every time, talking about what for me is the future of the industry, I share with all them all the reel of your previous event. Just the one where all the guys and the ladies are standing with the music, kind of church gothic music, I don't know how can I call it now, you know. For someone was too much.
Yeah.
Especially when you see kind of the guy with the mustache putting the veil on, no, you know, for someone is way over the top.
Yeah.
But it's just the fucking reality, you know, especially when maybe I did worship in the south of Italy, you know, where they are more conservative, the idea of classic and things like that. But I have this feeling, and these will impact the industry so much. And one of the reasons is the things that I told you already, that I started to see very big brands doing now things that you were doing years ago. So, you know, it's like, I don't want to say snowball effect, but it's something that is a big wheel that is moving now. Someone, it gets the things before, someone it gets it later. But there is one thing about ritual unions that I absolutely would love to tell to everybody. And this is just my point of view. So I don't know if it's true. You will tell me. Nobody's better than you to tell me that. When you look at the dress, it's very easy to use the word bold, okay? Because it's extremely, I don't want to say superficial, but it's kind of the reality that I put into your. But it's not just about to make a kind of show off of the body, which is extremely easy to say. It's also, it talks about revealing something that we usually do not reveal in society. Example, a person like me, I dislike my body. I dislike my body at all. So for me, being kind of naked, you also decided to put your true self in front of everyone. And when you do this, is a mixed feelings between being finally free, because I'm like that.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm just like that.
Yeah.
And at the same time, you also feel vulnerable and could be also scared. So I have this feeling when I look at your creations, and it's a much, much deeper level than just say, oh, it's a bold thing or it's a cool thing.
Like my head was like racing while you were talking, and I was asking myself, and I think I also know why I do this. Basically, for me as an artist, my goal is maybe not even as an artist, maybe just as a human, to accept myself the way I am. This is like our task in life, right?
Yeah, this is a life task.
This is a life task. And I think like a lot of things that have to do with society and like all the rules, like how you're supposed to look at your wedding, or how you like supposed to look at everyday life, how much you reveal of yourself. The ultimate goal, at least for me, how I define it, is to just be the way you are and feel okay with it, and like accept yourself the way you are, show yourself the way you are, even if you're making yourself vulnerable. At the end of the day, if somebody doesn't like it, you don't want to have anything to do with them anyways. So you're better off just being who you are from the beginning instead of pretending something that is not going to work out in the end anyways, because at some point you're going to show your true self anyways.
Exactly. Anyway, if you want it or not.
I was like hiding for the most part of my life. I'm just in that process now to like show more of my true identity. But through art and through the dresses I create, I can at least create this fantasy world where this ideal status already exists.
Yeah, I like it.
And that's my vision. You know?
I like it a lot. I like it a lot, especially because we are in a place or also in an industry where we just want to make everything like happier or the best of or things like that. So we exclude mostly the biggest part of ourselves, which is not always happy, which is not always winning, which is not always like that. No. So we decide in this world to put the most superficial side of us and put it there just to show it to everyone.
Yeah, it makes me so sick when I see like people putting on a mask, putting on a show, and like acting completely for somebody else.
Yeah, for somebody else. Yeah, and this is, if you think about it,
for your wedding even, that's insane.
is the perfect. If you think about it, it's the perfect metaphor of life in this way, because many people, especially in Italy, you know, you don't make the wedding event for you. You make it for your family, or you make it for everyone else but you. No, you know. But I have the feeling now, while we are talking, that actually, in your work, the dress is the frame of the person.
Yes. Yeah.
It's not the paint itself. So from this point of view, it's also empowering of the person who decide to wear it. And when I say the person, it's not because I want to say the woman, because actually we saw also in the show, but also your story, speaks loudly about that. You started to put your creations also on men's as well. And this is why when I saw this, I was kind of perfectly balanced things, not just because a female and a male, but also between light and darkness, because also we have this mix of white things, black things, male, female, and this naked man in between was really kind of, I love this, the idea of the things. It's extremely interesting from my point of view, and how also this will impact our industry.
Yeah.
So, which is something that it comes from extremely old way of thinking, old way of acting, old way of showing ourselves. So, and I have the feeling that your work is not disruptive in the way like I just want to destroy things.
Yeah,
but is it in an extremely positive way.
Yeah. I mean, we were like kind of making fun of, you know, like
also,
the conservative way of thinking. Absolutely. With like the table, kind of like the Last Supper and the naked man, you know, like in the paintings in the old cathedrals, you know, and we created this like absurd scene, which is a little bit mocking, you know, like the old ways of thinking, but it's in a loving way, you know. It's not in like a judging way, like a little hint, you know.
Yes.
Guys, do you even realize we are 2026 and you're still doing that?
Yeah, that's the point.
Yeah.
And when you say it's not judging way, and there is this kind of game also here where we are not judging the whole things, but we don't want to be judged as well. And if you do, we don't give a fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a thing that, I mean, especially when we see a kind of, I don't want to say naked body, but there is something that reflects into your inner you one side of me say like, I want to stay here, I want to be safe. But there is another side of me that say, I want to be naked as well. I know how can I explain that. But you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. I think I do. I think we all want to be that. That's what
We want to be seen.
We want to be seen. We want to be in the center of the stage, and we want to be seen as the person we are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We want to be seen.
Yeah.
This is a true thing. And not everybody accepts the challenge to be himself or to show themselves.
Yeah, but
exactly.
in order to be seen, you need to show yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe someday I will be brave enough to wear ritual unions as well.
Yes, I would love it.
È stata una bella chiacchierata, spero che servirà anche a voi per riflettere un po', se siete interessati su quello che può essere ovviamente non solo il mondo del fashion, ma il mondo del fashion in relazione proprio anche alla wedding industry, non dando per scontato che c'è tutta una serie di elementi che normalmente non fanno parte di quello che è l'idea di un evento, no? Perché molto spesso noi, che ne so, pensiamo agli allestimenti, pensiamo alla location, questa roba deve essere spettacolare sui social, questa roba deve essere mostrata perché questo è quello che conta. In realtà c'è molto di più che va proprio in qualcosa che è più personale, che è più vicino a quello che sono le persone, perché è proprio qualcosa che le persone indossano, ok? E questo è da un certo punto di vista illuminante e dall'altro apre ovviamente tante possibilità che fotograficamente normalmente sono un po', non so come dire, sottovalutate. Fatemi sapere che ne pensate ovviamente qua sotto nei commenti e come sempre noi ci vediamo nel prossimo video. Bella!